Selfish Games. Be back. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. Welcome back. Welcome back. I think I might poke around on a miner. I do want to see if I get a brief picture on the CPU side. Yeah. Seriously. How's it going, Mr. Paul? How's it going? Let's see. So if I put a few things. Oh, it already has it. Okay. I didn't know that. I have this too. Wait, I already have this marked up already. I have this too. So is that. Okay, it's actually everything. Things are good, things are good. Just another day to make progress. Let's fire up the test. Give me 50. Good. Right. I'm still waiting for a selfish promotion. Because where I come from, selfishness is a virtue. So I'm expecting to see that link to the 5-year RPG and 3.5-year roguelike. Still expecting it. Let's see. This thing, per scan, compute. Okay. Rookie numbers, let's pump it up. Yeah, maybe it was too late. Yeah, I may have gone. Also, sometimes YouTube. Hold on, let me check. Sometimes YouTube squashes links. I thought I disabled it, but sometimes it might still do it. Hold on, let me see. It might have to do with YouTube squashing links. Oh, my bad, man, my bad. Oh, let's try to get it. Let me see. Where's YouTube doing this? Or maybe it's Streamlabs doing it. Darn. Would hate for you to go to Discord just to post a link. Maybe it is Streamlabs this time around. Let me see, let me go to my chat bot. Cloudbot? What's up, Terrific? What is it not to use a game engine? Dude, I tried so hard to use a game engine. So difficult, so hard, so much for years. I even took up a job to learn a game engine from the inside out. I don't think I have anything enabled for chatbox. So I think YouTube just squashes links by default. Yeah, I tried using game engines, but it was such a pain in the ass, dude, every time. Every time it was nothing but pain. So eventually I was like, alright, fine. I admit that I wanted to make it without using a game engine. Because I used to make this. This is my game in the Lab 5 for a couple months. Still have this robot around, I don't use it as much. It was okay, but not as fun as I thought it would be. No, I know game engines quite well. It's like, hell, I wrote a book on a game engine. This is how to use an Amazon open source engine, later became Linux Foundation. And so I wrote a whole book on how to build out a multiplayer game like that. How you set up everything from sounds to physics to UI and all of that to animation. It just wasn't my thing. I prefer like way more precision. Way more precision. Right. Anyway. So yeah, I knew that engine very well. I worked basically for that engine for 7 years for Amazon. But the more I worked on an engine, the more I saw the kind of issues you have to struggle with using an engine, so I decided rather not. Yeah, like basically one of the principles, don't fight the engine module, but the thing is, you eventually kind of have to do it. What's up, place? Indeed terrific, relatable indeed. I mean, Unreal Engine 5 looked so pretty. So pretty. Oh yeah, by the way, hold on a second. Can I resume? I think so. Man, it's so evenly split on CPU cost. That's amazing. That is amazing. Skinning meshes on a ray trace renderer is always expensive on the CPU somehow. Maybe if I combine buffers one day. Maybe then. With that, or maybe I wonder if I can build that on a thread somehow. Well, I don't really think so. This whole process takes so long to build this. Unity's ace thing? Yeah, I did hear about some security links. I mean, it's... I guess. I don't know how serious that is, though. I don't have the context. Because this is in debug builds of 75 robots, I'm getting 108 frames on this beefy machine. What happens if I do it on optimized build? Curious what the difference would be. Tracy, why don't you remember the size and position of the window? Like, really, dude? Really? Shitty Snake, welcome back. I haven't looked Paul into YouTube setting to find where it's blocking the links. I don't really know. I know you can put it on Discord for sure. We'll take a look from there. But on YouTube, I don't know. Let's see, maybe you can check in any links. Nothing that seems... Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. That works. Anyway, this is optimized build. Good. So we're going for 75 robots? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let's get into ridiculous numbers, not gonna lie. The obviously optimized build doesn't nearly struggle as much. Kinda. It doesn't change a whole lot though. I did find some optimization yesterday actually, reducing CPU costs of producing that, but that's gonna be the natural limit for quite a while, I think. Because ray tracing, you have to do so much more to support skin meshes. One potential solution is to create one buffer so they all join together. That's now a potential. Let me escape. To be fair, for 60 frame, this is fine. But I kind of want to keep the game at 144 if possible. Let's see, I want fireball. Reminds me of the game I saw in the works actually. Speaking of fire. That looked pretty impressive. It's gonna be maybe too much. Too much spam, but this looks pretty good. So, looks like a semi-pixelated effect in Unity of fire effects. Very cute. What's the whole light and darkness thing? Definitely looks like a roguelike Vampire Survivors. Very impressive fire. Very impressive. Space Bob. No demo. But the whole life of Steam is that there should be a demo about. Do I think it's ray marching in that? I have no idea, dude. That I have no idea. Because ray marching doesn't mean much, it's just sphere testing or whatever. Also, my biggest strength is not really graphical engineering anyway. It's like a round Terraria in a way. My only question so far with the trailer is that I think there should be maybe more details what happened to the bottom under the surface. Yeah, it was a little bit here. I guess we're spoiled by Terraria. Yeah, and then you're gonna leave and escape, and then it's up on the surface. That's a very smooth looking game. Oh, finally we're going inside again? Or not? Yeah. Yes. There was always like a benefit of having a grid-like world, because you can just do so much just of that. Just free-form shapes like that. It's always difficult to do like lots of custom stuff in there. Definitely looks impressive. I wonder what only got so few reviews. Stack Masters. Okay, well now I'm curious. Interesting. I don't particularly buy into gaming game notice is the most difficult part. I think the most difficult part is actually making a good game. Marketing depends on how good your game is. But I do hear all the time, devs always whining about that, but I don't think it's about the attention. I'm curious, when you released the game back, I guess it has been a while, huh? It was some 7 years back. But from learning so far from people claiming what to know is that you're supposed to have a lot of wish lists initially. At 90 reviews, it's almost like sounds like it didn't get much wish list beforehand. Because actual good games, they spread like wildfire. Like, you don't need much. Like Mega Bonk, they had even if very few wish lists, they didn't have much coverage at all. And just kind of spread through word of mouth. Pretty quickly too. Also, Cramps' Steam, I think one of the ways to get noticed is that you need to have a demo out and then participate in Steam Fests. I don't know if it's too late for this game because it's that far back. But maybe. Ah, you do have a demo. It just wasn't linked on net. Why didn't I see that? Why did I not see demo here? Oh. That's a fail on Steam. Having a button to be this quiet in here just lame. It's just too quiet. No, it's not hard. It just make a good game, and after that it's easy. The real hard part is making a good game. Everything after that is easy. So that's kind of weird. Cute, cute. It's definitely a lot of work, man. Well done either way. Releasing the game is on no small feat. Is that like... This gave me Descent vibes. Dude, this is way too long to get started on trailers. You can't be spending that 15 seconds getting this... Like the game should be... The trailer should be like starting like here. Like first 20 seconds are just too slow here, man, dude. It just... You need to go immediately into the thing. Not... This is just too slow. Skip to 20. Yeah, definitely had Descent vibes. I was right. I was right. Good old Descent. Is it competitive? Action RPG looked nice. That's always a win. Single player co. No hidden button for demo either. Okay. Mouse look. Okay. But I am curious. Also curious. But let me first look at this, because I'm very curious. What is it? Because I have a theory that there is no such thing as good game that's not popular. Diablo and Quake, yeah, that's something. That is something. Personally, I prefer to jump right into the action. Just try to sell people in the beginning right away. Like, if you're gonna do text, I would just do it like at a side thing while action's already happening. Like, it's just too much talking. I was working on dialogue in my system, in my game, but I'm already beginning to skip that. Just purely do visual changes. Like, if it's a text adventure game, I can understand this, but this is just... Let's too slow to start, man. Most people just skip at this point. Was it R to hold? And the timer. Yeah, I mean, my view, you kind of have to earn the right to add a lot of text information. Like, starting with this immediately, the game would be awesome. Now, that would be sweet. And if you can do some text on the side, that's fine. That's fine, but just here's fine. Personally, I wouldn't like player controls this much while reading text. It's just too lacking. Like, it should at least, the game should at least respond to me in some way. I was thinking about that because at some point I was doing tips as well for like which keys to press, but the thing is, selling on Steam, he's selling essentially to pros and masters who just do that all the time, so you kind of need to make it a smoother transition without having to do all that. Because most people who play these games and buy these games, I think like 99% of them already kind of get the idea. You like might need to like flash once which keys or whatnot, but even then, maybe like brief. Yeah, skill's definitely impressive on that. Someone's assuming there is like some stuff to do underneath there. I'm guessing I'm going here. There's something about the camera which makes thing a little dizzy. Marked with an arrow. Maybe it's not an arrow. Is that Steam portal box? Yes, it is. Oh, he wants to go there. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, man, just way too slow to start the whole text. I would skip all that. It's just too much explanation for tutorials. It's been 4 minutes. And just 4 minutes of tutorials and introduction. It's just too much, man. Just too much. Companion cube, that's right, that's what it was. The proper name for companion cube, that's right. Dude, I'm just gonna be skipping everything at this point. Like, this should be done like in 5 seconds. First 5 seconds of the game. You get dropped, you get access to this gun. You can... Like, it should be equipped automatically when you pick it up. You shouldn't even need to press F. Like, if I was able to do this like in the first 5 seconds of launching the game, excellent. But this tutorial and all that, it's just too slow. Like, it's, you know... Am I supposed to do something? Also gotta say, like, as fun as it is to play around, it's kind of a pain to control the character a bit. Just because it's all very much impulse based. Like, I get it, but it's kind of mixed between me wanting to play like it's a Factorio style, but then impulse movement makes it such a challenge to move around. Oh wait, I have to swap? Oh, spacebar doesn't drop it? That's... Oh, we want to do mouse the whole thing. See, this is where I should have... What I wanted to have was some kind of environment which you could just kind of automatically drag move around. Just kind of hang off of walls. Like, there's still an environment here to play around with. Yeah, I mean, physics is fine, but I mean, my game has physics too, but doesn't impulse... Maybe impulse is too hard. Maybe it needs to be like only sometimes. Actually, let me do a test, but... You just holding the player too much, and because of that you're losing too much time and attention of a player. Because I guess here's gonna be the same impulse thing, right? Yeah. I can understand impulse being a thing maybe on the surface, maybe, but not inside. It's gonna be too much of a hassle. I get it, but then you have to kind of find some way of doing that. And then it just... Because I don't think the player wants to read that stuff there. He just wants to discover things and just hang stuff. Because that's actually... This is kind of fun. The only problem is I'm not seeing any content here. Try to get to the cave exit that easy. It's just too much of educational material, man. Like, if a game maybe is amazing, like 15 minutes in, but I think most people just might bail out before that. Yeah, see, like, we just no content underneath. Well, so far I haven't seen any other items. That's cute. I just saw Meteorite go by. I just wish there was more stuff. Jordan, oh, Q, yeah. I kind of give reviews, like Q&E is kind of weird to control. That Q is a bit awkward looking. Yeah. Like that's part of the game is actually I think the most difficult part is actually just being honest with your own expression about the game and feeling what you're seeing in it. Like if seeing a challenge makes you feel like a little bit oof, you need to jump on that. What is that? Is that something I can go past? The problem is that you're just reducing the game just too slowly, man. Just too slowly. Yeah, it does feel a little more like a lunar stuff where there's not a whole lot going on the surface. Yeah, there's too much tutorial and then there is nothing. Yeah, like it just needs to be faster. You just need to show the goods right away. And tutorial was assuming way too much low IQ for the player, or just too much. But I definitely like the arts. Like initial impression was really good, but they're just too slow. It'd be cute if that opened up automatically by me pulling on it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that's... Yeah, you have to find some way to do tutorial without being so handholdy. It's more like being a discovery. Yeah, dude, you're just doing way too much holding, way too much talking, not enough action. Way too much. Alright, I get it. I get it. I get it. Well done, though, but you have to be ruthless analyzing your own game. Just absolutely ruthless. Yeah. Sure, man. For sure. Let's see. I think even tutorial even 1 minute is too much time, dude. Like, you want to throw it in right away. Like, screw tutorials. Just right away. Like, case in point of this game. It's not quite in the same ballpark, but it's kind of close. Like, if you just, like, start, like, way in the beginning, even if you do, like, a practice mode. Like, all it does is give you a few basic stuff at the bottom, and then you can just go. That's what you want, like in that few seconds, like where things blow up, things react to your actions. Like some games can get away with text, but you need a lot of visual content to sell that. Because in terms of density, it was comparable to this in terms of content. So just, sorry, let's see. Let us see, let us see. Because the demo is fairly recent, actually. Which is what I played. Next one is the soundtrack, Stack Masters. That's not really my type of game. Yeah, that's a hard, that's I mean I get it still. Yeah, this one isn't I'm not as good. That's too far away from the type of games I play. But let's trailer here immediately goes into the action. So I understand that. But that's a different category. Not really me. Yeah. It's one of those fears people have where it's better to release a ton of small games, when I disagree with that quite a lot. Quit game dev. It's too bad, because if a game was really promising, you just need to cut all the fluff out. Like, I'm just too much focusing on trying to teach the game. Just too much. Do you have anything that's similar to that? Sure. But just too much. Too much. Like Diablo 4 can get away with it, maybe. Just because such a huge name behind it, because you know what you're getting. But not to that. Like, for example, roguelike games don't even bother explaining anything. They just throw you. Does some come of a demo? Sure. Alright. What was that? Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, it's all fine. Oh, still optimized. That's why my favorite trailer comes from Factorio. It's just unbeatable. Like, it just nothing defeats this trailer. Like, I think it takes about 3 to 5 seconds to showing you what the actual game is. Like, it's 3, 4, 5, you have a car. Then you start going to like small case, a few elements, so you can get a grasp of that. Okay, it seems fine. And then from then on, just scales for the rest of the 2 minutes. It's just nothing but action. With occasional zoom in to see like highlight, yeah, this is the main part of the game, which it is. The whole conveyor belt. It just, in terms of presentation, is by far the best. And I think both trailer and the gameplay start should behave exactly the same way. It just throws you right in there. And then give you enough of a feedback so you can figure out on the game itself. There's even something like Complicated Path of Exile. I don't think they did much. Oh, the Witness is even better. Dude, this thing doesn't hold anything. It doesn't have a main menu. It just goes. It just goes, man. Except for this annoying menu. Especially if you played it before, you just immediately jump into the action. Like, you don't even need to. Yeah, that's what you want. Immediate reaction to your inputs. Anyway. Actually reminds me, in Factorio, the main menu, it already shows you the gameplay like in the first second once it loads. Yeah, but don't quit the game, man. Don't quit the work stuff. If you can make a game like that, release it, then no reason to give it up. Because I guess there's an objective reason why it didn't like succeed. Yeah. Granted, 7 years is a long time. That is quite far back. You could say I spent the last 7 years preparing to make the game. Like, that's... Let me see, let me quiet this down. Because this is the main screen of the game, and it really shows you the background of what's going on. Which is what I'm doing as well now. Is when you launch the game in main menu, like the, yeah, let's see this, save, start. So the loading screen already shows what the gameplay is. And then here... Oh, that's a bug. UI didn't show. Oh. I need to fix that. But the main menu. Loading screen shows the game style. Can I please do this without... Maybe I can do this. Yeah, there you go. Do it again. Quickly preview. Here, once the main menus get action. Actually, even this is too slow. This is too empty. It needs to throw like right into the action here. I really should have a bar here at the top or bottom. So it disappears so that by the time you completely inactive in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the UI disappears. You just see the computer playing the game. It's gonna be broken, right? Yeah. I've done too much work to break this. Yeah, well, I would say it's an emotional reaction. The actual logical reaction, you have to realize that you're selling a game to free agents like yourself. So you have to sell them on some actual objective value. So there's something objectively lacking in the game, or just something gets in the way of people enjoying the game. That's quite a bit. But okay, I can just see that game having like lots of content under the ground. It's a bit like a freeform Factorio, just things exploding, attacking, you have to build stuff inside the ground. Puzzle is scaling around. That could be really fun. I've played a very game of similar game to that actually quite a while. Yeah. Oxygen not included. I've played this one for 200 hours. And it's kind of similar where you build up on a small little rock, except this one's grid-like, so you get to build stuff out and you have multiple crews, but kind of similar style in some ways, except this one just goes crazy detailed on content. Like Steam users are really smart, really good at handling all the complexity. So people can handle less complexity, worry about which keys to press. I wouldn't worry about too much about that. Maybe just structure the map in such a way that each room would be teaching you something, as opposed to kind of bounce around the corners. Holy Bridge? Never played that. I don't play a whole lot of 2D games, to be fair. Let me see. But that's the other thing, the game took so long, you didn't particularly get a feel of what type of game it is. Is that something the game recommended? Actually, I'm curious. If I go back here, let's go store page. More games like this. No, see, it compares it to Factorio and stuff. It just took too long to get into it. Just way too long. Because if you're shooting for players who already played games like this, they don't need that much help. I mean, maybe if movement is that of a complication, maybe I would delay that, introducing the fun part of the game first before doing the fancy movements. But yeah, physics game. Fair enough. But still very good lessons. This is why I love to go through games and figure out what was great, what was objectively missing. Because it wouldn't take that much to do all that. Especially if you're capable of going that far, because that's a good amount of work and artwork and all that. I'm not sure if you did it all artwork or not, but actually looks like a real game. As opposed to mine, doesn't quite have the same look yet. Now, yesterday I was pigeonholing pretty hard an animation bug, where sometimes she just like staggers away from you, like that. And that is pretty annoying. Everything, I'm surprised to do like quite good like that. That's definitely have a skill to have it. Personally, I would find a way to keep working even more complex game, even more depth. Because if you release the game or two, you will have some Steam following. It'll be easier to jump away into the next one. Versus I have no proven record of making games. Getting overpaid jobs at Amazon, I have plenty of skills in that. But releasing games is a very different beast. Even this one, I should make it smaller. Like, it's too much space. Yeah, usually before I had like a bunch of dialogues, but I got rid of that. I just like immediately into the action. Except I don't need that. That was the testing. Intro. Thought I see right. So nasty. So nasty. But yeah, I would advise not to give up just on that. That's one of the big values for developers' objectivity. I don't think it's that. I don't think your game was unintuitive. I think it was just too hand-holdy. Unintuitive is a good thing, and it wasn't that intuitive as far as I could tell. Well, I do wish, because looking at the trailer, I saw the guy open up the capsule thing. So maybe it was some different puzzle grabbing it open. Oh, robots. Oh, robots. Hold on a second. No, she's moving right away. Why did I think she wasn't moving right away? Oh, right there. I'm holding down, moving to the right, but she's not moving. Oh, that's a snag. The first few seconds to 5 minutes of the game, that's the most precious time. You gotta make sure that thing is smooth. Let's see, player input. Wow, I'm holding down D, but it just doesn't care. When does it do that? Oh, it's probably because of some GUI thing, right? Yeah, it's some GUI grabbing focus. It's so annoying. Okay. Yeah, just some GUI grabbing focus, okay. Always I'm GUI, get up my business. Actually, yeah, this is me starting with nothing. Oh, I have way too many free skills. Oh boy. This guy gonna be... Although that is... Not gonna lie, this is fun. Except now they're going back. Let's see you do it again. Fine, I'll stick to laser. Yeah, I'll grab that. Grab that. Give me the shoes. No stats. Let's try to stay in this one and see how much I can last here. I don't think game market is oversaturated at all, dude. Even though there's a lot of games, most of them not worth playing. Just not that fun either. Yeah, no match still has bugs. Kind of annoying to play. And I'm out of energy already. Can charge up here, but yeah. Oh, no, that's a death zone. Come on, take him out. Yes, give me the charge. Yes. The turret is okay, but... Ooh. Yo, can you put down turret, please? No, I don't think it's oversaturated because Steam also gains more and more customers. Like, there's more people playing in Steam today than there was 7 years ago. Just like a wider and wider market. So 50 games is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Because everyone has very specific taste, so... Like, once you drill down to a particular type of game, it's really not that many. Like, how many Diablo games like this come out every day? Definitely doesn't come out every day. Actually, I'm curious. Let's see. Let's go to Steam. Let me see. Browse. Upcoming releases or new releases? I guess upcoming is a good start. This is by day, right? Yes. So let's see. Anything in the next... Yes, there you go. Here's a couple of days. Yeah, this one's in only 2 games. Wait, 4 games? Wait, oh, this is pipeline coming. Let's go on everything. So this is just 3 today, 2 tomorrow. This one doesn't have anything. Okay. That's gonna be a problem. But it's just 3 games anyway. It's kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, just a demo of no content, huh? That's borderline might be... What is that? I guess I can't really play anything for that. But I'm just looking at anything like RPG-like top down. Maybe this, kinda. Yeah, JRPG. Ooh, demo perfect. Man, there's something about Pixel guys, they just make things work. The actual finished games. Okay, that's something. No. Like, what is that? Is that a roguelike robot game? Oh, that's closer to what I've been playing. Okay. So roguelikes are definitely a thing, but RPGs are still not. Because you can see, like, even those bunch of games, like, dude, it's... If I were to play something myself now, I don't think... Honestly, maybe just a pixelated... The Pixar game is something that I don't care for. Card game. What is that? RTS? That's kind of funny. I get it. But other games I play would be like RPGs. Is it limited by tag? Let me see. Tag, RPG. Action RPG Raher. Fine. Dude, yeah, it's games, but it's... Wait, this is popular and coming, right? Yeah. Back to here. It also makes me wish to like be able to limit by category. Like if I click that, Steam Autumn Sale. Ooh. Okay, now is it upcoming? Popular and coming. Action RPG. Can I do Deuce? Yes, I can. Okay. It's kind of weirdly sorted. Hey, I dig this. Let's do anime for me to compare. No. Yeah, the only thing that here that's in my style would be this game. No, Steam is the best when it comes to browsing. It just it's hard to find actual games worth playing. Oh, it has a demo too. Hell yeah, I'm getting this. Like, it took this long for me to find something that's coming soon that is actually what I would play. So I don't think it's that. Like, for me specifically, I had to go to category here to get what I want. No, not at all. Not at all. You definitely need wishlist because that's one of the best sorts. But also Steam watches actually how people react to seeing a game in views. And you can tell a lot from that. Anyway, I was downloading the demo. That's right. Let's look at this. What do we got in here? Yeah, this is right 1, 2, 2. What does it sound Russian? No, it's Chinese. Chinese makes sense. Makes sense. Somebody be whining. Alright, let's go see. That making the game is what's actually difficult. Everything else is not a thing. So, case in point, what is this? And now we just cycle the screen. Okay, that's cool. Dude, this is... And they're using some game engine too, I bet. What is... Really? Is there... For best experience? Dude. No. Why is the sound lagging? Okay, I don't know how to attack yet. Activate skill 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's kind of hoping. Dude. Oh. Oh, he only swings when you have your mouse over a target. Dude, that is death. You can't be doing this. Like, yeah, it's Unreal 5, it's pretty, but it only attacks. And the sound lags up pretty hard too. Alright, closing down. Dude, this is the kind of this is the kind of demos that came out. The problem is not too many games. The problem is not enough good games. That was hell no. No, I don't think so. Steam is really good generating audience for you if your game is gaining their attention. And I say that because I've looked through stories of other devs. Like Balatro didn't have crazy following. Neither did Megabunk. So I'm not worried about that. If my game will fail, it will fail because it's not good enough. It's just not fun enough. Like Megabunk didn't have any crazy following. I'm curious. Megabunk. Stats. Hopefully I can find somewhere. How many wish lists did Megabunk launch with? Yeah. No, Steam is really good at giving attention to a game. I'm really good at that. Let's look at the graph on. I guess I'm able to. Maybe reviews of followers. No. Hmm. Fine. Maybe I have a login still. There you go. So what this tells me, followers. That's a lot of wish lists, actually. That is a lot of wish lists. But as you can see, this is when the game was announced at 0. Literally at 0. So this game literally came from nothing. And then it was a super slow crawl. It's only on release that get bounced due from sales and everything. But yeah, as you can see, 0. No, this is not wishlist. This is followers. The actual wishlist needed to like timestamp that at least. But the important part is when the game announced, it was at 0. So you just need to take your Prozac and look at things objectively. Good games win. That's the end of it. Let's see, what did I want to work on? Small snack. No, you're being too many things to a streamer. He was playing it after it already became popular. Even without him, would have been a success. But really better question is, why is he playing it so much? Nobody's paying him. Colton Crawford, a party, raid party, indeed. Alright, let me see. Really, Twitch not gonna give me access to the actual account rating. That is so lame. There you go. There you go. I believe so. Gonna do rewind. I want to do rewind. What you been up to? No, that's a general one. What if I go to videos?
Okay, we should be good now. Sorry.
Past broadcast, 3 hours, perfect. Boom. Okay, coding, Lua coding, approved. Nice, man. Colton Crawford raid. Yeah, welcome. What I'm working on is, right now I'm testing the limits of the game. Can I have 75 wild robots up in here running around? Kinda. I wish I had a bit higher performance than that. Let's try a different robot. Let's do a drill boy. Little gamepad control. There you go. 75 coming in. 40, 50. Good, 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 good. I'm using Raylib. Now this is low level C with occasional few libraries. I think the biggest library I use is PhysX 5 for physics simulation. But graphics render is all mine. I even have 2 renders. Let's see if it crashes if I switch to non-ray tracing mode. It didn't. Victory's mine. So this is non-ray tracing, this is ray tracing, which will crash now, right? Yeah. Sadly. Sadly. Mr. Shader Snake. Yeah, the thing is, to get attention of a stream of a game, your game has to be good and popular already. Because they don't just get it from like random guy emailing him the game. They get it from 1,000 people asking him to play a particular game. So streamers really just takes you from like 1,000 to 10,000. Oh, too many robots. Too many robots. Are we at 75 yet? Yeah. Oh, I destroyed 2 robots. Okay, at 73. That's a reasonable performance, I guess, for now. The fun thing is that what we've seen is actually a debug build. 4K debug build. Alright, let's... Time to get a few things out. Firestorm? Yeah, let's do Firestorm. Rain down all holy hell on these guys. Let's... Precision strikes of a mouse. How you like? Controlling the gamepad for movement, attack of a mouse. Yeah, that's what you get. Definitely becomes a mayhem visually, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to have only so many energy boosts available, maybe. Not sure. Anybody still alive? Alright, take a break from that. I wanna have this item. Ooh. No, I'll put it in here. Alright. Something good down, boys. Burn it down. Yes. Alright, back to regular small levels. Do it again. I want to see that frame graph. Only 5 robots. Here we go. Pause. Yeah, there's definitely coloring issues for sure. I agree on that. Especially once you start blowing stuff up on that, especially like the visual, the firestorm on that, yeah. It becomes definitely hard to parse. Although, to be fair, when you have that many of them, it's, well, probably up to 75 is as much as you want for a small arena like that. Because if I don't attack with something like a laser, then it's very crystal clear what's going on. Well, sometimes makes me want to have different color scheme for pieces that fall off, so that less visible. Because right now I just see them. Actually, why don't I do this? Let's do a mix. Mix of that, count up to 75. I think I can just say Drill and sword, 3 and 5. Does this work? I don't remember. Might give me a mix of the two now, yeah. And the actual concern I have is making good audio for the game. Making audio, that's a challenge. Marketing a good game is a breeze compared to audio. Definitely something in that, having that many robots around. I dig it. I dig it. No, what is more important is to show that energy drops are charging you up. Well, I guess right now my character's kind of boosted. Let's do it from a quick start. Just want to have nothing. Grab it. It's funny thinking, like I'm starting with like a Diablo 2 game style, but then I'm making it more and more automated. Like you do have energy boost here and a HP heal here, but it actually goes off automatically as necessary. As long as you just pick it up, you don't need to think about it. You can just focus on actually looking at what you're aiming at. Oh, out of energy. Still debating how to handle that. Shoes, why not? But no stats. Wait, since when have a firewall? Didn't mean to do that. Huh. Well, let's just as a reset. What's a game's USP? What's USP? Oh, unique selling point. Unique selling point. Well, kind of two answers to that. One, honestly, don't care. Primarily just want to make the game that I would enjoy. So that's why I'm like extremely harsh on my own game. Because that's the only way to make it good, so I actually enjoy it. Yeah, unique selling point. On top of that, it's really just Diablo style with some Barbie stuff and destructible environments. But even that, it came in later. I implemented that like half a year into development. It wasn't even the thing for a while. For a while, it was just... Let's see. Yeah, because I used to just have completely open combat. This was like well over a year ago. There was nothing destructible then. Well, I began to work on damage on robots. It's only once I began damaging robots and I got ideas to do something else. Yeah, initially it'd be just like wall blocks, but it wasn't anything else. You know, I still like this really bright colors even here, even though just way too bright. There's something about it. So I only got to actual breaking walls like way later, way later. Yeah. There's something in it about making it so simple and clear. What to think about it? Because the thing is, if you actually make a full game like that, like your unique approach will kind of come out unique anyway. So it will be unique to some degree. Even if it's not unique, there's a lot of games that are good copies of others that are still fun to play just because it's just different enough. Because in some way, I think it's more important what is the common fun element in the game. And uniqueness, I don't think it's as important. Isolated those robots. Good, good. Unfortunately, they do a dance off. Or eventually they get stuck. In the current lens game, just being fun is a unique selling point. That's a good point. That is actually a good point. I think that's why like game like Megabonk exists and such a quick success. Because it's just a dumb fun game to play. Which sometimes make me question if I want to do like the fancy addition to the game that I'm working on. Maybe the ground is just too loud and too dark. Hold up. Oh, it gets controlled somewhere else, isn't it? Or is it? Oh. No. It's not it either. But we're just too dark to read. Yeah, dude. Just chill. I'm trying to figure something out here. Oh, I should just go back to not having anything at all. Hmm. I mean, dark looks okay on that, but just too dark. Just too dark. No, the real thing is I might need to replace the whole navigation library of my own. Because I just can't control it. Sometimes it just bugs out in some really odd ways. Or maybe it's the fact that it's trying to go back to some point to guard. I should just remove that feature of guarding. Because initially when the robots, they had a concept of attack and then go back to guard, then go back to attack. But I think maybe in this one, you don't want that. Maybe just want to attack all the time. Maybe that's why they get stuck sometimes trying to go somewhere. Experience cool looking shaders for effects? Not really. Not really. Rendering was like the last thing I learned to do. Plus, when it comes to ray tracing, what I've pushed for, shaders are kind of wonky to do. Shaders are better to do with a non-ray traced approach. With specific draw images, particular borders, whatnot, ray tracing is a bit different. So pretty much kind of bypass entirely, but just going to some kind of more simple, almost anime-like approach. All right, laser, I'm getting bored of laser. Let's do something else. Let's just... Guess I'm curious, how does this work at level 1? I know Light Arc is mighty and powerful. Yeah, it's very mana hungry for sure. Well, it does damage, just need to get those recharges. It's kind of interesting now though, it's kind of like the way Diablo 3 4 does it, where you get energy drops by being close to the enemies. Charge up. Yeah, poor Legion is completely underpowered compared to this. Curious. Damn, it's starting at 6. What if we just like double it? Nope, nope. Let's go here, take off all the items. Let's see if I can do this. No stats, no items. Good. That was okay. Because I will say, it's not something you get when you play Diablo-like games. You only get like huge chunks of monsters like that to deal with. You just don't. I'm also thinking maybe I don't even care about like floor details, because you get so much debris just from destruction that it's... Oh wow, I have 12 energy charges. Yeah, I can shoot that energy laser for days. Which reminds me, I wanted to have the ability when if you stand still, she does double damage by shooting lasers from both arms, not just one. Yeah, but Novash has bugs. Once again, in large counts. You know what? I'm curious. What if I just go do the same thing at pretty much on every level? I don't like the floor. It's just too oddly distracting in a bad way. Not allowed to have that. These robots are already distracting enough. I don't think I need anything fancier. Indeed. Mirror's Edge, yeah. Ooh, out of energy already. I will definitely need to start with like a small level, which makes it clear that part of the way of surviving is to destroy a robot to get the energy drop, to continue to have energy. Yeah, pretty much. Some weird blazer bug for a moment. Yeah, because the floor gets busy now because I specifically do not remove debris. Debris only get removed when you have too many of them, and then removes the oldest one. The laser level 2, how much am I doing? 15. Cost 4, recharge point 6. Let's see. So 15, right? Yeah, 15. Level 3, 18. What if I now bump up damage and energy recharge? Charge up. I definitely want to do reward for standing in place. We do like double damage with laser. This is ray traced, yes. That's when you go here, you get a perfect mirror. You also get a little bit of things on the here and there, but yeah. To be fair, I'm not doing anything super fancy ray tracing, but it does add like it does do like one environment bounce. And because of that, it does give like a very slight look to it, as opposed to just solid color without ray tracing. For example, this is the same thing, ray tracing off. It's a bit muted different for a different bug, but you don't get like any difference from here versus on. You get like very slight feedback from walls. This is just enough. Sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, I took everything. That's right. Oh no, this guy's still around. Oh, really? Gamepad? But yeah, always looking to get the artistic feedback. I'm jet black, but glossy reflective. All red, none of the colors. Related stuff white. Well, let's see. Floors already can be kind of dark. Guess I can make it even darker. Oh, it just loses too much information, I think. Some kind of gray is what I want. Not more than that. For red, at least I can do a quick test on just real, yeah. Now for the walls, I do have that. I forget. Don't remember why I do colors. Hmm. Yeah, well, the only thing about that is that then it pretty much forces me to only have a ray tracing solution, which does limit the market if I go it that way, because I don't have a ray tracing for, don't have reflection in non-ray tracing mode. Let's see, hold on. What do I have is, who controls walls? I know somebody controls it. Wall color. Because right now what I do is I make the walls reddish. I guess it does collide with the guys, which is fair. Which is fair. Yeah. In battle. Still give it a reddish tint. But bring it down to that. Let's play with this for a bit. Jet black. White grid effect. How reflective? I don't know if I have that level of control yet. That's something I have to play around with shaders, but let's see. I don't think so. I could generally make everything more reflective. A little bit of shader tinker, but let's see. I am curious. Jet black. Yeah, but the reflection needs to be stronger for that. That's gonna be a quick shader change. I don't remember where I have it. See, this is why I shouldn't quit game dev. Bounce car effect. I think this is the one. Let's try it. Because remember at one point I was muting reflections a bit. But maybe I can bump it up. Try. Let's make it stronger. I think this is the one. But that I should be able to just expose straight up. It's still far too muted. Far too muted. Oh, it is an improvement. Let's see how it looks like here. Or something in that. But it needs to be stronger still. I wonder if there's something else setting I'm missing. No, it's something else. It is something else. Bounce. Let's see. Am I actually doing something here? Oh, it's not being used here. Is it used here? Oh, it's not being used at all. No, this wasn't doing anything. This wasn't doing squat. Alright, let me look through. Right. Destruction would be nice, but that probably requires. That's a different pass. Let me see. Object hidden, fine. GI bounce, yes. Now I think a compute. Environment bounce hit. Perfect mirror otherwise. Because it happens here then? Environment bounce. Where are you? I should just look for. Wait, this is particle mesh? No, no. This is a more normal one. No, I think I just return it as is. Wow, I don't remember. Alright, let's step back to the stuff. Initial ray. Object hit. Then we do this, and then the hit comes back. This is for the mirror. Color. I mean, it's a bit crazy, but when you get the full-on reflection. So it's in the net. There'll be a glass floor with a grid-like effect on it. The second floor, half a meter below, is reflective. That's something. That is something. It's interesting that this one. It's been too long since I implemented global environment bounds. I mean, that's cute and all, for sure. But this is too much. But, yep. I feel you. Color, interesting. Oh, this is a non-mirror stuff. Mirror bounds. Non-mirror bounds. I see, so that, whatever the hell this was. That should really have been here. Okay. Because the mirror is full. Let's try this. Indeed, man. So let's see. Okay. There's gonna be too much stuff to pass it as a parameter. I should just put it somewhere. Because this is too much of a headache. Constant. I'll just pass it here. It only gets used here, right? Camera properties. Let's go. Go hunt. Oh yeah, this crap I don't even use. Bounce factor. I never played it, but I've seen it. Yeah, yeah. But I'm really curious about this. Bounce factor, that's fine. Yeah, I already have this thing here, but I don't apply it anywhere. Well, that's gonna change. It's time to stop restarting like a crazy maniac and put it in here. Yeah, that's a fair point. Fair point. Less textures, cleaner style. For sure. Right, let's pass that. Where do I get that? Rams. Bounce factor, yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that. Indeed. Thanks, man. That was very good feedback. Let's see. Playing around the power. Because my own engine, I can make small changes easily. Even though I can't do fancy visual effects. Alright, let's see. Okay. Patch that. Yeah. So now I can have full control of how much I want. So let's get in this. Will reflect. Even here, it's actually not full on. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely want that much. Well, I kind of want the walls to be standing out more. So let's go. Already forgot where it was. Where the hell was this? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Brighter walls. Exactly. There you go. Floor singleton. Remember that. For some reason it's here. Well, they're not as reflective though. I might do. I need to have a configurable bound so that the walls may be more reflective than the robots. Might be interesting. I forget you get reflections in there. That's kind of funny. It's like the army walking around. Yeah, the focus player should be enemies of the player. Yep. Yeah, very true. I might still do. I mean, yeah, I do still like yellow. What, reload? But yellow maybe doesn't look as good. Maybe like muted yellow. Hmm. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Wait, it didn't save. Hold the phone. The bounds did not get saved. Why didn't it get saved? Because it wasn't being saved. Cool. Triple potentially black walls too, then outline and white. Yeah. I have ways to handle it. Yeah, I have ways. I'm gonna need to control reflections on the walls a bit. No, that color I want to keep for like disabled things. No, I do want to have some kind of brightness when there's no battle going on. I might even like... Hella trippy indeed. Oh, in peace? Oh, in peace doesn't take color. Oh, I don't apply color to floors, unfortunately. Maybe just slightly brighter. Why are you attacking the wrong arm, dude? Yeah, I think the pieces of robots need to be different color. They just get meshed up too easily. Need to be like a gray color or something. Yeah, but I definitely agree with direction. Because then the items send out way easier here without all this unnecessary texturing. What are those guys doing there? You guys good? Website Peloton. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, is it the one with pallets thing? Yeah, I've seen pixel version of this. I'll save it. But yeah, definitely like readability for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'll probably still have variations in robots though, in colors. Even if red might be the main one, you can probably still have variations. Yeah, I'll have to read up on how to use this. For sure. Man, these guys have all tiny fonts. The base color I'm interested in. Yeah. That's the palette, makes sense. To move shades individually. Oh, it's to control it, I see. I mean, Sci-fi just more like a tone. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I think the sword bot. It's like red and with white and red highlights. I suppose I could flip it. It does look funny though. His eyes are bulging. Monochrome, right? That's what I'm seeing. Above the wheel is an option, choose 2, even 3 main colors. Ah. So it's like you pick this, that, and that. Oh, it chooses 3 next to it. Oh, I see. I get it. Mhm. Yep. I'll be exploring it. Indeed. Well, it kind of looks mainly like as a tonality. I think I need triple colors yet. Let's try to go with this. Then the white portion is this. Not sure, but let's see. It's too muted. The thing about triple colors is different adjacent colors versus triads. I guess maybe like to think of a whole scene. But yeah, looks good. But I'll be right back. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll definitely give it a try. Well, I do want red to pop a little bit more harder, but we'll see. Green space reflections, yeah. That's a good call. I gotta look into that. Maybe it is easy enough. But oh no, I'm gonna take a break from streaming. I shall be back probably tomorrow. Thanks a lot for help, Paul. I'll definitely be playing around with this more. For sure. GG's. Take care.